What's up, boys? How are we doing today? Hopefully we don't have an echo, but if we do, let me know in the chat and we'll get that sorted out. Another stream today with some esports to sweat. I don't think that we'll be able to sweat this whole thing, but we are sweating Call Me under 14 and a half for maps 1 through 3, I believe, for a 6x. We just cashed a 6x this morning on CS2 because we're like that, esports. I love esports to just sweat. Like, I don't even understand how League of Legends works, but obviously if there's value, I'm going to play it. So esports has been treating us right. I could get on here and say, we crushed it yesterday. I'm super happy. But to be honest with you, I'm a little upset about yesterday. So we did have a profitable day. It was a profitable day for the server. We went up once again, but we were very close to having a really, really good day. Mississippi State versus Texas. We had Hubbard over 18.5 points. Gave a little halftime check for him, just because he looked like he was going to be our last leg for a 25x over on Underdog. And checked in at halftime, and we have his over 18.5 points. Turns out he's shot one time the entire first half. And so, yeah, he goes into the half with 0 points and then comes alive in the second half, finishes in regulation with 16 points, and we have overtime. So I'm like, okay, 3 points in overtime should be totally fine. And what does he do? I think he went 0 for 4 in overtime. And that ended up chalking our 25x. We went 5 for 6, so yes, still profit. But we did, if you guys are over on TikTok, I definitely need to change the graphic, or at least the placement of where that says Dub Club Trial. But if you guys don't see that, the Dub Club Trial, if you want to check it out, is at tridentdfs.com, or you guys can go through the link in my bio wherever you're watching. But as you guys over on TikTok see, we did hit a 20x last night on Dabble. I literally can't speak highly enough about Dabble at the moment, at least. The only downside at the moment for me is just that I'm limited, so can't put as much as I want on all the slips. But in terms of value, if you guys are not on Dabble right now, you are missing out on so much value. Dabble is available in 27 states. You guys can use code Trident to get a 100% deposit bonus when you sign up. I can't speak highly enough about it. We hit the 20x last night. We had several 6x slips that cashed over on Dabble, and it feels like day in, day out, we are just continuously taking money from them. And to be completely transparent with you guys, we have sort of a little bit of a cold streak going on with both, actually not really Prize Picks, but Underdog primarily. And Dabble has just completely made me forget about that just because of how much we're winning over there. So again, if you guys are not on Dabble, it is essentially a DFS app similar to Prize Picks and Underdog, one of those fixed payouts ads, or fixed odd payout apps. Definitely get on there if you have access to it. Like I said, 27 states, so about half the country, a little more than half. Definitely check to see if you have access to it, and if you can get on the app, I highly suggest you get on. Okay, there's so much value, whether it's a 4-game slate or a 12-game slate. There's always value on that app. Highly recommend getting over there. Only other person I see use Dabble. Hey, I get it, because what's really annoying to me is the people who are so stubborn, who are Prize Picks users, and they have access to other apps, but they don't want to use them just because Prize Picks is, the biggest in the industry. And yes, that is true because of just, their marketing team. They've built a great community, but at the same time, you guys have to understand that the more apps you're on, the better. I don't mean that to say, you should be spreading out your money or your bankroll and all that stuff. But at the same time, you have to understand that the more apps that you have, the more value you have available to you. Prize Picks, Underdog, Dabble, all of these apps, they don't carry the exact same lines. There are going to be specific apps that have more value than others. And if you are only limiting yourself to Prize Picks, you are missing out on money. Okay. The only excuse you should have for only having Prize Picks is if you're, I don't even know if there's any states that literally just allow Prize Picks, but if you're somebody who is only on Prize Picks that can be on other apps, you should really reconsider how you are doing things. You know, for myself, I'm in Florida. I'm not able to use things like DraftKings or FanDuel. Okay. I'm fully aware of that. We do have our bots that put out plays for those specific sports books, but for me, I still maximize what I can play. I get on the offshore books that I have access to. I'm on Flip, I'm on Hard Rock, I'm on Prize Picks, Underdog, all the DFS apps, Better, Dabble, Parlay Play, Sleeper. If I have access to them, I'm on them. Why is that? Because each app has their own values at some times. Okay, all these apps don't carry the exact same lines. You guys have to understand line discrepancies and price matters so much. I can't tell you guys how many times I see people who ask me questions, and you can just, you know, that they're the type of person who loads up Prize Picks, picks a couple plays because they have a gut feeling about them, or because their last 5 are all green or all red, or because they just think that they have a 50-50 chance of hitting. I just made a TikTok about this, okay? If you don't understand the math behind every single pick that you take, you will lose money playing on Prize Picks and Underdog and these other apps, okay? I'm going to try my best to not come on here and rant today because it happens a lot. But you guys have to be able to understand that, okay? If you want to ask any questions regarding the math behind all of this, or, you know, anything about my process, the strategy behind Positive EV, please feel free to ask the questions. I'll do my best to answer. That's why we're here for this hour. It looks like TikTok just took down my live. I don't know why. Let me see if they're able to reinstate this. I don't know what I even said. And now it's saying that my live access will not be restored until March 8th. Oh my gosh. The first one that I got taken down for whatever reason, I think I mentioned the gambling word, which now that TikTok's off, we can talk about it. But anyways, the first time I mentioned it, they took down my live and they pretty much said like, hey, you can't talk about that. And then I appealed it and then they said, okay, never mind, you're good. So now they've taken it down as my second strike, even though the first strike was appealed. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out. But for everyone who's over on Twitter, who's over on YouTube, who's over on Twitch, thank you guys for being here. We're going to go over pretty much what we always do. We have our 12 different channels for our sportsbook bots that we are going to, you know, when value pops up, we'll go over them. Again, if you're new, though, those 12 books include Prize Picks and Underdog, as well as Hard Rock, Fliff, FanDuel, ESPN Bet, DraftKings, Caesars, Bovada, BetUS, BetOnline, and BetMGM. So 12 of those. Obviously, most of you guys have access to at least one of those, and if you do, you should be in the Discord. Again, that sportsbook bot is available for our elite tier members. You guys can try that out through the link in my bio or at tridentdfs.com. Profited in January, profited in February, already off to a great start in March. Hopefully this is our month, because February, honestly, it was profitable, but it wasn't very profitable. Didn't really make much, but we got a lot of time left. We got still about 9.5 months left in 2025. Obviously, 2024, we went up over 624 units. So we're just going to keep pressing forward. Obviously, MLB is right around the corner. I just had a question about this earlier. Are we going to be doing correlation this season? Because they want to know that, because we absolutely killed it last year. And the answer to that question is yes, but only if the value is there. So like Prize Picks correlation is most likely going to be out, right? They already have nerfed the hell out of that last year. I doubt that they're going to just like say, oh, you guys can have this back. So Prize Picks is most likely out. Underdog also does the same thing with, you know, the same game parlays. They'll reduce the odds there. Dabble is, again, one of the best apps out right now, and it's also most likely going to be what we end up using if they allow it. I've also heard some rumors of different apps that could be dropping from various people. Not going to go into detail with that, but that is a possibility. I don't know how soon those will be ready, but that is an option. Let's see. Damien asks, do you flex prize picks plays? Yes, I flex my 6-mans. I flex the 5-mans. I power the 4s. Anything less than that, I don't touch. 2-pick powers are something that you will literally see me post once in a blue moon. I know I had an esports slip. That was a 2-man the other day. But the most profitable slip long-term to play on prize picks is the 6-pick flex. You only need a 54.21% odds hit over time to be profitable. But again, if you don't understand what that means, you should really consider what you're doing now, because there's a great chance that you probably are not making money. And if you are, it's not only going to last so long, because if you don't understand the math, you're either a short-term winner or you are just straight lucky, you know? So that 54.21% we talk about a lot for these 6-pick flexes on prize picks. That essentially is a -138 or better odds play for, you know, the market, right? So DraftKings, FanDuel, if they have that line anywhere above -138, typically you'll see -140 a lot. Pinnacle, all that stuff. If it's over that mark, then you can play it in a 6-pick flex. Don't be somebody who loads up prize picks, who goes to the NBA popular tab and says, oh, look, Jokic, 23 RA. Who's played on this? Let's see. 22.8 thousand people. That's a good prop. We'll take the over. Don't be that person, please. And when I click this last 5, I don't know. It could be all green. It could be all red. I've seen both. I've also seen it just be like 3 for 5 and people are playing it because whatever. But let's see. Do I make my point here? Because there's a good chance that this prop was at 22.5 at one point. So this would have been all green. And then again, like, you see the props here. We got goblins on the front page. Like, please don't take goblins, guys. We're going to go over some of these plays that are dropping right now for underdog and prize picks. Let's see if we can get any of these in. I believe we already played Mobley over something, over points. This is for his points and assists. I think we already took this. This is a positive EV prop over on underdog. 19.5 points and assists for Evan Mobley. Let's look at Keyshawn George. Under 9.5 RA. Looks like they've already bumped that one. We'll go over to prize picks and see what they have for us. KJ Martin, over half a 3-pointer. They've already taken that prop down as well. We go to Hard Rock. Lots of props here with some good value. We can look at DraftKings. Oh, here's a great one. This was posted a few minutes ago. Kyle Filipowski, over 3.5 assists in the Jazz and Wizards game at +160. 3.25 units as the recommended wager. 10.55% positive EV. You guys see the other lines there for FanDuel, Bovada, Caesars, all that good stuff. We can go to Bet Online. Another really good prop here. As you guys see here, there's that play of the day tag. That's going to ping anytime there is a 10% or higher positive EV play. So obviously KJ Martin here over 18.5 PRA at +133, 13.55% positive EV. That's a 5-unit play. Hard Rock, ESPN Bet, and Bovada all have this at a -115 price point. So a ton of value there. This is all calculated, you know, in terms of what that recommended wager is and what the positive EV percentage is. That's all taken into account by the bot. All you need to look at if you're brand new to this, if you don't really care about the math behind everything, look at the prop, look at the odds, the price point that you're taking it at, and the recommended wager. That's all you need to know. Back down to prize picks. DraftKings and ESPN Bet have this over that -138 price point, giving us a huge advantage here. We're going to see how long this stays up, if it's even on the board at all. Isaiah Collier at 11.5 points. This over is very much positive EV for those 6-pick flexes. -165 on DraftKings, -145 on ESPN Bet. Again, that is Isaiah Collier over 11.5 points. Still up on prize picks. You would need 5 other plays to complete a 6-pick flex. But honestly, at this price point, you could play this at a 4-pick power as well. But again, you need 3 other props that fit that plus EV criteria. So that's there. Bet Online, we already talked about KJ Martin. Go ahead and mark all those as red. Again, guys, we are sweating Call Me under 14.5. It looks like he just got his first kill of map 2. I believe he finished map 1 with 1 kill. So we're sweating out the under 14.5. Kind of just like one of those things where I don't know. There's no like pace, right? Like I'm not here just saying like, oh, he needs 4 or less kills on this map so he can get 4 or less on the next one. It's very odd how League of Legends works, in my opinion. You could have a dude who goes 2 kills on map 1 and then gets 14 on map 2. So I have no clue how this works. They're obviously having a team fight right now. BGT's up like 5 grand in gold, which is good. And now Misa has 2 people dead right now. Call Me didn't get any kills in that fight, which is good for us. But again, this is 3 maps. These are like 45 minutes apiece. So this is going to go even after we're done with stream. But for those of you guys who are on TikTok, or sorry, for those of you guys who are on Twitter or Twitch or YouTube, as always, if you guys have questions about what I'm doing, about the numbers behind any of this stuff, please feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer you. And if I can't answer for whatever reason, I will try to direct you to give you the best answer, or the person who probably has that answer. Call Me just got a kill there, so I believe he's at 2 now. So 6 overall. So we need 8 or less for that 6x if you guys are part of the Dub Club. Keontae George over 31.5 PRA at plus 115 on Hard Rock. 1.3% positive EV, half a unit there. Another Prize Picks prop coming through here. This is honestly, this is the best thing that you could have right here between these two guys. This is another thing that you guys can totally consider, and when you look at my slips, it might be something that you have questions about. If I'm playing props that, let's say, the bot doesn't pick up, I talked about this yesterday. It could be because of the fact that there are certain books where I can see that the line is moving a certain way, and I then take it there because I can tell that it's going to be positive EV. That's one way. Another one is this right here. If Keontae George was, let's say, minus 136, right, market average, below that minus 138 mark, I would still be willing to take this in a 6-pick flex, even though it doesn't meet that price point because of the correlation here. NBA is very hard to actually manage correlation, but you can sneak it in subtle ways. So obviously this is correlated, and why is that? Well, because you can think of the correlation. If Collier scores a 3-pointer after Keontae George dishes him the rock, that's an assist, and that's 3 points for Collier. Both of those happening at the same time, therefore they are correlated. Okay, so sometimes I'll do stuff like this. Sometimes you may see me do, under points with an over rebounds. NBA doesn't have correlation as clearly as it is for like NFL. Like if I'm taking Justin Jefferson's over on receiving yards, I should probably be taking, the over passing yards for Sam Darnold. Things of that nature. Like if somebody goes over their passing yards, there's a good chance that the wide receiver one goes over his receiving yards. That is not always the case. However, there is correlation between those two. And it gets a little bit tricky when you start bringing in things like PRA, like the combos and stuff. But that's just, I guess, the basics right there. Over on Hard Rock, Tyler Hero over 5.5 rebounds at plus 155 is a 2-unit recommended wager, 6.16% positive EV. We are on to map 3. No way. That was a very quick game. That was like a 20-minute game. Wow. So that's huge for us. Yeah, so 6 is honestly great because now he needs 8 or less on map 3. That's fantastic. Wow. I wasn't paying attention because I saw the gold differential, but I didn't see, I didn't realize they were already going for it that early. That's so weird. So again, me showing my zero knowledge on League of Legends, that was easily a 20-minute map, if that. I mean, we started stream 20 minutes ago and it had literally just started. So that's odd. Huh. Cool. So 8 or less for another 6x. If we start our day off with 2 6x caches on esports, that is absolutely lovely. Josh asks, does plus EV matter for Prize Picks since they have a set multiplier? Josh, I know that you're, I assume this is the Josh from the Discord. I'm going to assume that this is being asked out of just like curiosity if others have the same question. But does positive EV matter for Prize Picks since they have a set multiplier? Yes, absolutely. So what I just made my TikTok about is that what you're taking on Prize Picks, right? Most people look at that as, oh, more or less, right? That's a 50-50 shot. At the end of the day, Keontae George is either going to go over 5.5 assists or he's going to go under, right? It's a 50-50 shot. If you are literally taking it like that, then yes, he either hits or he doesn't. But you have to understand that there is more to it than just a 50-50 shot. The odds that a sportsbook associates with a specific prop is them essentially saying, hey, that specific prop has a certain percentage, a certain probability to hit. Okay, so what we do is we do that exact translation. So when I just mentioned that the math behind being profitable on a 6-pick flex is 54.21%, you can directly translate that to a numerical value for the odds that you need to find on sportsbooks, which translates to roughly minus 138 or better. That's what that is. That's all positive EV is. And when it's a little bit different when you're looking at sportsbook lines and the raw odds themselves. But when you're talking about the fixed odds, there is math behind it. It's not just 50-50 shot. Good question. As you guys see, Keontae George just got bumped. You know, that's not just because I have him up on stream, right? We don't have however many people are in here are not going over to nuke Keontae George. And as you guys also see, Isaiah Collier just got bumped as well. So I'm not the person who's bumping these props. It's because PrizePicks understands that those props need to be at a certain price, and they weren't, meaning that people can take advantage of them and be profitable. Very simple. A very simple process. But again, people like to overcomplicate it. I'm trying to sit here on stream and simplify it for you guys. That's also why we have the bot, because it's super easy for you guys to see exactly the numbers that you need, and that's it. Ooh. So again, we have, I'm going to see if they've finally cashed out our 6X. Jackson, if you're still in here, do you have a total tally of how many slips we hit last night? Because I want to say that most of our profit came from the 20X, but I know we hit like at least 4 different 6X plays on Dabble, and then obviously now on Underdog. Yeah, so they haven't cashed this out just yet because that Unity versus, I forget who they were playing. That game went to a third match, so they haven't settled it yet for Mari. But that should cash for 6X, which was insane, by the way, guys. We had, for our last leg in this CS2 6X, we had Mari, I'm assuming is how you pronounce it, over 18.5 headshots for maps 1 and 2. Map 1, they got 12. The game went to like overtime, double overtime. I think it was like 19-17, 12 headshots. So then all we needed was 7. This man absolutely sucked the first 80% of that map 2. He had 18 headshots going into the final round, and their team was up with a 4v1 to end the game, 13-11. There could have been overtime potentially, but 4v1. And out of the 4 people, he was one of the people who was alive, and he got the headshot on the final kill. And it was insane. It was absolute cinema, as the meme says. Just your slips or mod slips as well. I'm talking about the whole server. So my slips and the mod slips, the whole server. How much did we cash yesterday? I think you already told me it was like 4 units or something, but we still had this stuff pending. So maybe it's different now if we're taking into account the CS2. I don't know if you've already, added that in just yet, but the one with Regali and Mari, and then the Aleve, that 6X already cashed. It's not settled yet, but it already cashed. Gosh, I hate looking at Josh Hubbard right now because that 25X for whatever reason is still pending for me because I'm champions. Like I'm in Florida, so like the peer-to-peer, I'm waiting for the pool to settle. But Josh Hubbard is just sitting there in this 5 for 6, and it's pissing me off, dude. It's so annoying. So yeah, this other one that we have right now is Remix, PRT, and then Call Me, and that's the one that we're sweating. So he needs 8 kills or less on that final map 3. Honestly, we've got another 35 minutes on stream. If we have another quick game, we could see that cash. I have no clue though. All right, Jackson just sent the results from yesterday. 110x. Wait, hold on. I think you mean 20x there, I believe. So a 20x on Dabble, 6x slips, a 2.3x, a 10.5x. What am I missing? Was there an esports slip that we missed, that we cashed yesterday? And we hit 2 CS2 6Xs yesterday for the day before on March 3rd. What? Dude. Okay, so we're absolutely crushing it in March so far. And I'm stoked because I actually just, redid all of my bankroll stuff. Guys, you should always find a point in time where you take a look at your apps, take a look at your bankroll, and figure out how much percentage of my bankroll needs to be in each app. Because at the end of the day, certain apps are going to get used more. For me, Dabble is at the top of my list. And honestly, when you move down to Prize Picks and Underdog, like the back end is like Sleeper and like Parlay Play because they just rarely have value. But you want to have your money where the value is. So make sure you take a little bit of your time, probably take 30 minutes, honestly, of withdrawing and depositing your money to just spread it out. Spread it out to where, I'm not saying to do it evenly, but think about where the value is. You know, if you're in the Dub Club, if you're in the Discord, you know, take a look at how many slips we're putting out for certain apps, see what our results are looking like, and then adjust. Every single day is meant to be a new learning opportunity to grow in not only how we understand positive EV, but just the complete strategy behind betting. Holy cow. So we had is that including the slip that we're waiting right now? Or is that without it? 8.725 units yesterday is awesome. Considering that I think we went up 6 units on the 3rd. Like the 6x that we're sweating right now, is that included in there? We went up almost 9 units on the 3rd? What the heck? That's great. So the past 2 days, we've gone up almost, about 17.5 units, and we still have a play pending. That's without the slip we're waiting on. That is awesome. So, guys, if you're listening right now, I want to say this right now, because I know we have a lot of people who are listening over on Twitter. There's going to be a lot of people in your feed who are going to just tell you that they're profitable, who are going to tell you they're going to give you winners, who are going to tell you that they have locks. You guys will not find a place that is passionate, is more passionate than we are about helping individuals, but also as transparent as we are. We have a slip down here, we have a channel down here, daily recaps. Jackson, I'm assuming this might be updated. It might not be, but this right here, this is usually updated on a daily basis, completely transparent for you guys to see exactly how we are tracking our slips day in, day out. Every single play, every profit and loss. We pulled this up on stream before to show you guys that we have had losing streaks. Losing streaks happen just as much as the winning streaks do, okay? You're not going to find a place that is as passionate about helping you guys understand what positive EV is, passionate about making you guys winners, okay? Personally, the thing that drives me the most is the fact that I was in the same shoes that most of you guys are in now, where you get on Prize Picks, you have this idea of making money, betting on sports, and it's a great idea. You may have a background, you may have played sports in college or in high school or in middle school, and you think that you have ball knowledge and you think that you're about to make a lot of money. If you're in that position, I just want to warn you, because I was the person who had to lose money that way. I thought that I had ball knowledge, right? I got into college, I got introduced to sports betting, I thought I was going to make a lot of money, and it went horribly wrong. And it took a while for me to understand that there is a mathematical, honestly, you could call it a guaranteed way to make money sports betting. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys. Not only was I able to understand that, I was also to reflect on that and realize that, yeah, 98% of people don't profit in this industry. If that's not alarming, it should be, because the way that I look at sports betting, to be completely honest with you guys, and I look at all of the marketing that goes behind it from these the sports books, it's sad in a way, because a lot of like young guys like my age or even younger get sucked into this because of the false hope that they're going to get rich doing it, and then it becomes an addiction. And to be completely honest with you, there's not a day that goes by where I don't think about sports betting. You can call it an addiction if you want, but if I'm winning and if I'm making money, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I love watching sports, and there's nothing better than watching sports and making money doing it. That's the best part about this. And what I don't try to sit here and sell you guys a lifestyle, right? I just try to say, hey, we have a free Discord. If you want to check out all my plays and all of this sportsbook bot, feel free to do that. We have a trial available. I'm totally open to sitting down with you guys, walking through your own bankroll, how you should be approaching certain things. That's why we have our support tickets. We have the best moderator team that literally could possibly exist. Super helpful. But I'm not trying to sit here and sell you guys a lifestyle, but I do want to make it very important to you guys that if you take this seriously, if you don't goof around, if you don't double down on your bets, if you don't just use your gut feelings, you can make this a significant stream of income. I need you guys to understand that. You can make this a significant stream of income. Whether you're on Prize Picks, Underdog, whatever you have access to, you can make this a significant stream of income. I'm not saying that. I'm not joking to just like, say, hey, you can make money doing it. The biggest thing though is that a lot of people get into this industry and they think that they can just make money quick. And that's not true. That's not the case. If you're somebody who sits at home, does all your research and throws 20 bucks here and there on 12 leg parlays, just hoping that one goes through, you're going to lose money. Okay. You have to have a calculated approach backed by math, backed by numbers, and set your mindset on the future as in long term. Okay. We can't just like have these losing days and you think, oh, these guys suck. We had somebody yesterday that actually commented that we had to kick out of the Discord. And I don't usually kick people. The only people that I kick out of the Discord are the scammers that come in there and say, join my Telegram, for locks. This person was so upset over a single slip losing that we had to kick them out because it got to the point where he was a problem, not only to me, but to the rest of the community. When you get to the point where you're like ruining the vibes, there's a serious issue there. And also, if you take a single slip that seriously, you probably shouldn't be betting in the first place. Okay? I'd actually love, Jackson, if you are still in here, you just went over all of our winners. I'd actually love if you were able to see, I don't want you to have to calculate it if it's a lot of work, but I want to know how many slips we lost yesterday. Because that's another thing that I think that people join the Discord, or they join people's Discords who are positive EV, and they think they're going to win right away. Guys, you could join during a cold streak. You could join during a hot streak. Whatever you join during, you can't have this mindset of like, okay, today better be profitable or I'm out. This week better be profitable or I'm out. Even this month, if you understand the numbers behind everything, like for me, I have no problem with losing a week straight because I know that in the long run, the math works itself out. Sure, yeah, no partial payout. That's fine. I don't want you to do a ton of math, Jackson, but people don't use units so they get angry over one slip. Yeah, of course. If you guys don't understand what a bankroll is, if you don't understand bankroll management or what units are, that's exactly what happens, guys. It's so simple. It's such a simple process, and like so many people overcomplicate it, and it's sad. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I want to continue to grow my business, because at the end of the day, I just want to be a voice to spread positivity and knowledge about this. Thank you. So we had 21 losing slips yesterday, and we went up over 9 units, or about 9 units. I guess if this slip cashes, it should be over. Yeah, like you guys are, I mean, it's hard to just explain things, just me sitting here talking. It's a little bit easier. Wait, I'm so confused now. Did Josh just join the YouTube stream on 2 different accounts, or do we actually have 2 Josh Smiths in the chat right now? 11 out of the 32 slips paid partial. Mods had 2 out of the 12 pay with 2 left pending. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jackson. So guys, I mean, what's funny to me is that people want to see green. They want to have every single day be profitable, and I understand that. But at the same time, you guys, if you look at like tracked slips, right? If you look at our daily recaps, you will see that like on average, I'd say 60 to 70%, if not more, of our days out of the month are not profitable. And yet we go up during the month. I'm going to pull this up real quick just to show you guys, because there was one month, I want to say it was December. I could be wrong. It might be like January or something. I'm going to pull this up. We had, I remember counting how many I remember counting how many, I'll change this back, Jackson. I know this is going to bother you if I'm sitting here editing all of this. Let's see here. This was the month, I think. No, it wasn't. It was, what was it? Did I miss it already? Maybe it's not on here. Oh no, it's right here. Sorry. So like, again, please understand that this is December. This is December of last year. Yes, we only went up 8.8 units. That is on the low end for this. Okay, I understand that, but please recognize that in this entire month, 31 days, by the way, in December, we profited on 5 out of the 31 days. 26 days we lost money, and yet we went up overall on the month. We had a losing stretch of 14 days to end the month, and we still went up over 8.8 units. Okay. Positive EV betting is about long-term staying disciplined, staying patient, and trusting the math. Okay. We actually have 2 Josh Smiths in here. That's actually crazy. I guess that's a pretty common name, but that's pretty cool. What did I just do? Oh no, we want 2025. My bad. There we go. Okay, cool. So again, that's available for you guys if you want to access that and check out our tracked slips on a daily basis. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because I can't just tell people how they need to change their mindset. But once you are able to actually look at the numbers, look at the results, it's like, it's undeniable proof that positive EV works. I've done this for years. Okay. I've learned the hard way. I've been in y'all's shoes of losing money on Prize Picks. And I've been through the complete 180 of saying like, wow, I thought I was going to win and I didn't, to being like, I don't even have to watch the game and I'm winning. You know, I'm getting notifications from my phone that I'm hitting my slips. All I did was spend, you know, maybe 2 hours total getting in 20 slips, because it's so much easier than people make it out to be. You guys love to, I say you guys, there are people out there that prefer to spend hours and hours out of their day looking at the previous matchups, looking at how a player has been performing. You guys have to understand that, one, these sportsbooks take into account everything, but also previous games have zero impact on today's game. Zero impact whatsoever. Okay? Just because a person has hit in their last 5 does not mean that they're going to hit in a 6th straight game. Okay? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and yet somehow that is a logical argument for a lot of people. Okay? This stuff is so easy for you guys. You just have to understand the math. And I say that I'm not even a math person. I have a lot of people in the Discord. A lot of our moderators are way better at math than I am, but it's simple. It's simple math. All you have to do is say, okay, minus 138 or better. Let me go find that. Correlation, yeah, I can incorporate that in my slip. Let me do that. Simple stuff, very simple stuff to create profit. Okay, run your 6-pick flexes on Prize Picks. Run your 6-pick flexes on Underdog. Run your 5-pick powers on Dabble and Better. Okay, you can run 3-pick powers on Underdog as well and on Dabble. You have to understand the payout system, guys. The fixed odd apps, you have to understand. Don't be taking 3-pick powers on Prize Picks. Don't be flexing your 3 picks over on Underdog. Figure out which slip types are profitable. I'm literally telling you, this is free game. I'm telling you guys how to play. And you guys have to understand the math behind what you're looking at. Super simple stuff. We break it down to the simplest, smallest form for you guys by literally giving you a bot that posts plays. If you get in the Discord, okay, if you join the elite tier in the Discord and you tail my slips and make some of your own with the bot, you're going to be profitable. I can guarantee it. Now, I'm not saying the week you join, you're going to be profitable. There's a good chance you will be, but there's also a possibility that you won't. Okay? Long term. You have to understand that. Long term. Everybody in here, please, I'm begging you, if you have never heard of positive EV before, which I assume that most of you guys in this crowd have, but if you have not, take 15 to 20 minutes out of your day, look up what positive EV means, and watch a couple YouTube videos, one that I'm going to be making very soon. Understand the math, guys. It's so simple, and it literally will change your life. It's changed mine, and it can change yours too. Okay? That's what I'm going to say about that. Let's get back to getting some plays in. Let's check out Underdog here. Great prop here. Jaden McDaniels under 1.5 steals on Underdog. Let's see if it's still on the board. Looks like they took down Mobley. Good thing we already locked it in the Dub Club. Jaden McDaniels under 1.5 steals. They've already taken off the board. Why? Because it's positive EV. They didn't pull it off the board because it pulled up on my bot. No, they pulled it off the board because it's positive EV. Meaning that if people take that prop, over time they're going to be profitable. Okay? FanDuel, Desmond Bain, over 12.5 rebounds and assists at -102. Again, FanDuel, 2.01% positive EV, 1 unit as the recommended wager. Can we change your name in the Discord? Grayson Yap Roberts. Yes, absolutely. 100%, except I don't know if you have the permissions to do that. So maybe I'll have to change it myself. Another prop here on ESPN Bet. Bogdan Bogdanovic, under 22.5 PRA at -105, 1 unit as the recommended wager, 1.69% positive EV. Again, that is on ESPN Bet. DraftKings, plus 115 for Jeremy Grant, over 19.5 PRA, 3.49% positive EV, 1.5 units as the recommended wager. Let's go to Bovada. Yeah, this was posted like 8 minutes ago. Probably no shot that's still up. Guys, please ask questions. I'm sitting here yapping about this stuff. We ain't got no questions. I know I'm usually involved with the TikTok chat. Let's see if they have. Let's see. My appeal is still under review. How tough is that? They already gave me 1 warning, so I'm probably screwed. Oh, my account says first warning. That's so tough. Guys, if you guys could do me a favor, head over to the TikTok and follow my backup account. I would really, 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 really appreciate that, just because if this one gets taken down, I need at least 1,000 followers to go live again over on TikTok. So if you're not already following the backup, Trident_DFS1. There's also Trident_DFS2, Trident_DFS3. I have 3 different backups right now for this exact reason. So please make sure to get over there, follow the backups. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm probably going to have to make an actual TikTok video asking people to, follow that. What odds to hit 4-man powers on Prize Picks for like 60% hit rate? If you want to hit 4-man powers, I always look for -150 or better. I believe that the math on that is pretty roughly about -150, which again, very hard to find 4 props of that, but it is possible. We're going to see real quick, since we don't have the stream up. Actually, no, we're not, because we can't with these props. But we did hit yesterday's Fliff day 1 of our ladder challenge. Both of these props are positive EV on Fliff. Jalen Duren over 1.5 steals at +160 for 1 unit, and Malik Beasley over 1.5 steals at +145 for 0.75 units. Both of those are available, but they don't fit a criteria of +115 to -115 for our Fliff ladder challenge. My third streak underdog was avoided. Do I have one? Yeah, if they post one here, I usually look for 2% or better on the positive EV percentage for streaks. If one pops up while we are here live, I will definitely go over that. I don't understand why you are getting banned. I see tons of people doing what you're doing on TikTok. Josh, I don't know either. I really wish that they had a better answer. The first account that I was doing the TikTok lives with, I never even got a warning. They literally just took the account down. I searched my username. I could not find my account. Couldn't log into it. They completely removed the account. Now I'm getting warnings on this. I don't understand, because I think what's frustrating to me is the people who have already built themselves a platform with 100,000 followers, who are just straight scammers, who are only trying to get your money for like code signups that flex the cars and the money. And you guys know exactly the people I'm talking about. Those type of people don't get any sort of repercussions for this. And yet here I am trying to actually be informative and educate. Not telling you guys to go play blackjack. I'm not telling you guys to go play roulette, although those are fun. But I'm not telling you guys how to be irresponsible with your money. I'm being very responsible and trying to, educate. I don't know what the difference is, and I don't know if it's the verbiage that I use. I try to stay away from the words gambling and betting. I don't know what they caught on to. I don't know if it was because I had the letters DFS in my, my title for the live video. I have no idea. Yeah, Baccarat. I would absolutely smash some Baccarat right now. But luckily, sports betting has been keeping me busy because we got nice slates, a lot of games on. Is there an odds I can look at for streaks? I mean, I don't want to lose on a day 6+. So the streaks odds, again, if you are in the Discord, Look on the bot for anything that's 2% or better. That's what I look at. You don't have to look for 2%. I believe the actual math behind it is like, I want to say it's minus 146 or better. 2% or better is what I always look at though for streaks, which I've not completed the streaks ladder challenge, if you want to call it that. I haven't completed that. I made it to like day 7, I believe, or prop 7, and I lost. It's hard to get 2 really good props at the same time with the underdog bot. As far as getting a single prop though, those definitely are common within that 1 to 2 hour range before games start. So you'll definitely have access to get some of those. But definitely, I would say if you want a solid prop, look for 2% or higher. Again, at the end of the day, it's going to hit or it's not. But in order to put yourself in a good position to win, highly suggest getting 2% or better. Let's see here. Our guy has not gotten a kill yet. Jackson, are we cooking up some UCL today? What's the plan, bro? What's the plan? Wait, I'm confused. Someone just sent me something. I don't know if he's in the stream or not. I don't have anything deposited on a sportsbook right now. I need to withdraw from my bookie and BetUS. There's just no value over there. But I don't know. I don't think that we have double-sided odds for UCL, do we? It's just EPL at the moment, at least on Bet365. Why have I never seen this before? Hold on. Did you guys know that you can bet on shot attempts for NHL? I'm a little confused. Someone just sent me this via DM, and this might be an error. This has to be an error. So on the NHL tab for Prize Picks, we're gonna look at this real quick. I think this is wrong. I think the Prem teams sometimes have 2-sided odds. Okay. We're going to look at this. So there's shots on goal, right? We all know what shots on goal are. If it hits on frame, if it hits the goalie, or if it hits for a goal, that's a shot on goal. Shots are just shots taken. These have to be errors, right? Someone just sent me this, and I know they're on the same team, so we wouldn't be able to play them together. But this is shots taken. I don't even know where to find odds for this, but I was sent pictures of the last, again, I'm not sitting here saying that this makes sense, but like over the last 10 games, Fiala's like average shots are like over 8. Okay, they just pulled Fiala. Adrian's hitting like 6 on average in terms of shots taken. That's got to be an error, right? Oh, the Prem team's in the UCL. Okay, I'll have to look at the games then and see, because we may have a soccer slip. I'm assuming this is wrong, right? Because Kempe's got to have a shot on goal. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm getting too worried about whole number props, which I hate. I don't even know if this is a good start for us or not. Our dude still has 0 kills. We need 8 or less. Bro, I have Migos blasting in my ear right now. Make sure I have the Apple Music. Okay, yeah. You know what? I could start rapping. I could start rapping on stream, but I have no clue if the audio in my ear is synced up with the stream. So then I could just be like completely off. You know, I could be rapping and I'm like not even singing the right lyrics. Bro, Underdog takes so long to cash out stuff. It's unreal. Unreal, dude. All right, we're gonna look at this real quick. Actually, we go here. I use Bet365 because I honestly don't know where else. I think FanDuel has some double-sided odds, but we'll see. So let's see, Feyenoord and Milan. They got nothing. Let's look at this little Bundesliga matchup. Is today leg 1? I think this is still leg 1. What's going on? Is Bet365 just not... Do they just not have any app or not have anything available? Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to check out soccer on FanDuel then. See, these are all one-sided. We might have Liverpool props though. Okay, I take it back. So it's all one-sided, which isn't bad. We could find some possible value. I think the main value though that we miss out on is with some of the player props, like tackles and passes. Those are huge with the double-sided odds. The one that I saw the other time that we took, we had Van Dijk over passes. I forget what the line is, but Bet365 and FanDuel both had a line that was over his projection at -500, one-sided. And I remember I don't want to be wrong when I say this, but I'm pretty sure he absolutely crushed the projection line on Prize Picks or Underdog, whatever we took it on. But yeah, I mean, passes are huge. Try to see what's going on here. Okay, Call Me is here. Please don't tell me he's about to kill. He's gonna freaking pick up the kill, isn't he? Oh my gosh, that sucked. Did you just see what he just did? He just absolutely cherry-picked those 2 kills. So he needs 6 or less now. That's not ideal for us. I know 8 is still a lot, or 6 more is still a lot, but that was 2 pretty early kills. Oh, that sucks, dude. He just freaking came in and just killed him. Dang it. I could totally switch up the music real quick. We've been playing like trap music. Switch it up. Cool. All right, we got a Prize Picks prop just to go over. Bam Adebayo, over 1.5 stocks. Blocks and steals, -154 on DraftKings, -140 on Fliff. Underdog, what you got for us? AJ Green, not the wide receiver for the Bengals, but the Bucks. I don't know what he plays. He's probably a guard. AJ Green, rebounds and assists over 3.5 at -117 for Underdog 6-pick flex. -145 on both ESPN Bet and BetMGM. Odd question, but is there another capper you like that you see and know they aren't full of complete BS? That's a good question. I would say, honestly, I'm not going to name drop anybody in particular. I highly suggest just doing your own research on people. But if somebody claims that they are positive EV, and you can scroll on their Twitter feed, right, and see that they are playing appropriate slip types, meaning 4-pick powers, 6-pick flexes, 3-pick powers on underdog or dabble, and they are explaining the odds behind it, not giving reasonings behind why the pick itself is good, like meaning like not somebody who's giving you write-ups of how a player is performing, but just strictly raw numbers. Someone who's not playing goblins, not trying to tell you to take goblins. Those are the people you want to tail. It's a good question though. There needs to be. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm the best at this, right? There's no greatest capper. Like if you're following positive EV and you're going to make money, there's no greatest capper, right? But I'm saying there needs to be more and more individuals who do what I do instead of the people who are saying, hey, this is a lock, this dude has hit in his last 5. All that stuff is just, it's fake, it's scammy, it's the same people who are literally just trying to market themselves to get people to sign up instead of actually trying to teach people how to be profitable, because they know that they can't, because they're not profitable themselves. This is the biggest, here, I'm gonna tell you this real quick before we hop off stream. This is the biggest business model that you will see in this space. People will flex money, people will flex cars, because the money that they're flexing, crazy enough, does not come from the sports bets, but it comes through the content creation that they do, and it comes from, guess what? Your money that you pay them. I'm fully transparent and aware that, yes, I also run a dub club and I have a membership price, but there are cappers out there who flex their money and their cars and their lifestyle that is paid for by the people who give them money for sports locks that they cannot provide because they just say that they can do it. And it's a continuous cycle of people coming in and out saying, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, he's not making me money, but if the content's there, it's fine. That's the biggest business model you will see, and it sucks. It is so bad, and it's so deceptive towards people, especially new bettors. That's the worst, because they see this guy. It's the first person they see because he's the biggest there is, and they say, okay, I'm going to follow him. I'm going to give him my money, and they just keep feeding him. So it sucks. It really does suck, but there's nothing you can do about it, and for whatever reason, TikTok allows for it. You know, these platforms think, oh, it's fine. You know, that's how he's making his money. I'm trying to just be educational, spread knowledge. Do I like the taco discounts and stuff? I always tell people to take advantage of discounts. You know, discounts are always going to be positive EV as long as you're just playing them right. You know, that's what I'll say about that. Personally, it sucks for me to play, you know, discounts and stuff because Prize Picks limits me to $5, which is like, you know, compared to my units, it's like, why am I even playing that? I don't post specific plays for Flex Friday, for Taco Tuesday. I just say, hey, if you want to play the discount, toss it into one of the plays. Totally fine with me. But yeah, we're about to approach 12:30, so we've been live for about an hour. I'll be live again tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please join the free Discord, which you guys can access through the link in my bio. And I think now that we have, I think we can also, let me check this real quick. I think we can also do Trident DFS. You can do tridentdfs.com, or you could do discord.gg/Trident DFS, I believe. I don't know if this is available yet. I don't think I made this available. So anyways, just go to tridentdfs.com or go to the link in my bio. Check that out. You can join the Discord for free and open up a support ticket if you want to talk to me directly, and we can talk through whatever it is that you have questions about. But yeah, appreciate you guys for being here. Please make sure to follow the channel and set those notifications on so you get alerted whenever I go live. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11:30. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace out.